Sean Myers of the Westmoreland Sports Network, now joined by the new wrestling coach at Penn-Trafford, Travis McKillop. First off, congratulations. And Travis, I know that you had been an assistant coach the last couple of years with the Warriors. What stood out about this position that made it the right fit for you?
Oh, you know what I mean? I've been around PT wrestling pretty much for my whole high school career. Larry Herman was there, and he was basically teammates with my high school coach at UPJ, Chris Como. So, I knew about the true grit about the PT Warriors. My whole high school career, they were AAA and Burl was obviously AA, but we always practiced together and competed together at tournaments. So it basically kind of worked out, you know what I mean? Because, we got to compete, but at the end of the year, they were triple and we were double. So it just worked out. So I've known about the program for a long time, just a tradition of winning and success. So, to be an assistant there the last few years and now to step into the head coach role is wonderful for me. I'm very excited.
Well, you talk about the tradition of winning. I don't think many programs, if any, in Western Pennsylvania have more of that than Burl, where you obviously competed. So talk about how your experience and most importantly, your success at the high school level and then as well at Pitt Johnstown, how that could help you now as a coach.
I think just that the UPJ tradition and coaching at Burl, I mean, obviously Josh is in there and Mercyhurst and he has some other guys in there. But, Coach Como, I just know the system that he kind of presented to Burl. And, he turned that program around in the early 2000s. And I worked out, with him in junior high the whole way to high school. But, he kind of took his coaching style and kind of mixed in his little flair of his personal flair with it. And I think he found success. And that's what I kind of intend to do. I kind of intend to use Coach Como's kind of theory, combined with Coach Pecora's at Pitt Johnstown and kind of mix into my own personal flair now. In terms of, I've seen the highest of highs, but, I've also seen the lowest of lows. So I think I can teach the kids how to get to the highest stage and do what's right. But I also have seen the lowest of lows and I know how to avoid those situations as well.
I'm sure I'm not the only person that saw your last name McKillop and wondered there's a connection potentially with the former wrestlers and football standouts at Kiski area, Chris and Scott. So you mentioned maybe not particularly close, but you do have some sort of relation to them, right?
Oh, no. They actually, Chris just texted me the other day and said, don't mess it up. He said, congrats. Better not mess it up. So they were obviously standout football players and Scott was a great wrestler. And my cousin Bobby, the oldest McKillop there, actually, he was a fantastic wrestler. He ended up going to Slippery Rock and they cut their program. But his youngest son, he lives in the Trafford area, and his youngest son, Bobby Jr., actually is in the youth program. So I see him all the time. So it's great to have some family on my side there.
You talk about the youth program. I'm sure to build a consistent winner, it has to start there and then carry up to the high school level. What's sort of the long-term goals that you have in the vision to make this a successful program every year?
You know what? That's I'm trying to get more involved into, the foundation of the program, which is the youth program, you know what I mean? And funneling into the middle school program, which ultimately will funnel into me. So I have plans this year to try to kind of rotate my coaches around, kind of go, I kind of want someone coaching to junior high with the junior high every other day. You know what I mean? So this guy has Monday, this guy has Tuesday, and definitely trying to get into elementary practices and show my face and even coach there a few nights a week as well.
We mentioned before you were an assistant at Penn-Trafford before becoming the head man. I'm sure that makes it a little bit easier. What's the transition like and what's it going to continue to be like over the next couple of months?
Hoping easy. No, like I said, I got my work cut out for me. I know I got some big plans and big goals that I want to achieve over a long period of time. You know what I mean? This isn't just a short tenure of mine. I'm young. Plan on getting married soon, but I don't have kids. AJ did a great job the last 2 years I was assistant, but he just had a little bit too much on his plate. He just had his fifth kid. He has a multi-million-dollar business, couple 100-acre farm. It was just too much for him. So he's still going to stick around and help me, obviously. But definitely excited to step in the role here soon.
Final thing for you, Penn-Trafford won a football championship. They won a couple of titles, actually, both the WPL and the state title in football. Softball has won a state title and just competed for another district title. There's certainly high expectations in Penn-Trafford for all the athletics. What's the message you have to the PT community, in particular, the athletic community?
I don't want to be sitting here biting my tongue. I don't want to make any promises, but, my goal is to be at the top. It's to be the best I can be. It's to produce the best wrestlers on the mat and the best kids off the mat. And I think if we start, kind of changing the culture as a family culture that Coach McCord and Coach Como did for me throughout my careers at Burl and UPJ, I think that there's no telling what we can't do in the future. I got a tough young group of kids coming up, got some good seniors, good middle kids. So I'm excited for the future, but I'm definitely have plans to get PT back on the map. Definitely.
Thanks so much for taking the time to do this. And once again, congratulations on becoming the head coach of the Warriors.
Sean, thanks a bunch, man. Thanks for having me.